Hello, my friends. This is... Oh, I didn't know that the... Oh, maybe whatever. Okay, this is it. We are going to go talk. Talk? Per se? I don't even know if Riley can talk. You know, he might have been severely hurt in that initial landing. Because you think about it, like, Riley has not said a word in the entire game. But we are going to meet the SEA EMPEROR Leviathan directly, where she will continue to connect with us telepathically with further instructions on how to complete the storyline, actually. We just need to mine a little bit of kyanite in order to be able to get through to her aquarium. And much to my dismay, this whole kyanite crystal didn't yield a single thing. Isn't that interesting? That, I don't know if is a glitch of just the start of the game and it trying to load all the assets and it just didn't realize I was mining kyanite. I don't know. But we are going to try again. Before we get back to the Nautilus, we need to find some kyanite. And it looks... Oh, yeah, there's one right over there in the distance. So let's go mine this kyanite, and I will tell you a little bit more about the SEA EMPEROR. The SEA EMPEROR has been trapped in this aquarium for who knows how long. It's been some vast high number that's really kind of disturbing to consider. And she has been alone this entire time since the architects all died off on this planet. Because we saw earlier that there's data saying that they canceled / terminated the entire program. And even a variety of the specimens they had, they killed or destroyed, which is kind of disturbing in itself, because if they had destroyed the SEA EMPEROR herself, there would be no way of finishing the game. Well, you'd die on 4546B. And that's kind of an interesting and morbid thought, I guess. But it's nice to see the Nautilus again. Look at that beauty. Oh, geez. I'm sure that there's some parasites on her. But we're only here for a key. So let's... And we will go up and get the key. So here we go. Come aboard, Captain. It's so fun. Oops, wrong one. Hey, we got kyanite. And I think we might even have enough for later things. Interesting. Okay. Let's make this key. And... Oh, and before we go back, let's grab the Sea Glide. And this will help us out for the hatching enzymes that we're about to be shown. So, going back to the facility, let's just kind of speed this up a little bit. It's still amazing how slow this would be, even at 400 times speed. But when I got in here, I was like, might as well make sure we have enough of these ion cubes. So, yeah, let's mine those really quickly. Kapow! And there we are. So, we have... Let's just grab those. It's so cool to watch that happen. We have the 3 more ion cubes, and we have the key. Let's open this door. Now, I'm going to take the prawn suit down onto this platform because there is a little bit of dialogue here, and I've always had anxiety about jumping into this water beforehand. Well, jumping into the water without some sort of maintaining of my air, because if you run out of air while she's talking, it's kind of no fun. Just a thought there, you know. And here's an interesting thing. If we look up here, we have a portal of some sort. And I don't know why, but I felt like I had to try to get up there, and it was like, oh, never mind, let's just go look at this. And funny enough, I actually try again later, but I cut that out. Don't worry, you're not going to have to watch me fail 16 times. And here she is, the SEA EMPEROR. She looks like she's going to attack us, and then...
Are you here to play? Others came here once. They built these walls. They played alone. They bored me. Now they're gone. And instead, we have you. We are curious whether you swim with the current or fight against it as they did.
Ooh, it's fascinating. Look at... oh, man, I'm kind of stuck. Uh-oh. It seems like that happens a lot in this video. The prawn suit does not like this whole facility.
Detecting unusually passive behavioral patterns in nearby predators. Reason unknown.
And she starts swimming around in circles, and the first time I played this, I did not know what she was doing. Like, I expected her to say something else or give more instructions. But she doesn't. So this is one area where you kind of have to either know what's going on, which you're about to find out, or you kind of figure it out over the course of time, because there is something going on here. We have down... no, on the other side. Look at this. They're not attacking us. So we have over here this little patch of technological area in amongst the sand, and you can tell that the Sea Emperor has kept this area clean because, hey, it's got her eggs here and they won't hatch.
Scans indicate the water here is rich with a rare plankton-like life form which depends on the organic detritus produced by the ecosystem around it.
And so what we have here is a whole platform with 5 specimens that we need to try to hatch. And she actually comes to watch us start this process. And look at what she says.
My young need to hatch, to play outside this place. We have been here so long. The others built a passage to reach the world outside. I asked them for this freedom, but they could not hear me. If you help us, I will give you freely what the others tried in vain to take.
Yeah, I gotta say, that's kind of a really cool reveal for that portal right there. It's just so cool. The sheer size of the Sea Emperor is hard to imagine. She's like well over 100 meters long. Well, I activate this right now. We're not going through it right now, but we will soon. Just stand by.
With the passage you have opened, my young can leave this place. But first they must feel the time is right and break free of their shells. This is what the others could not force from me. To you, I give the secret willingly.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So she has now given us the recipe that we need to use to get the hatching enzymes to release her young. And this is why I don't like bringing the prawn suit down here. It is really hard to get the prawn suit out of this section. I don't know why, but I think that it wasn't intended by the devs for you to actually get the prawn suit out this way. And I've got a little bit of a tidbit for you on how you can get the prawn suit out easier. But somehow, turns out, if you don't use your grappler arm, you save yourself a bunch of time. Now, of course, this is where I try to get up to that portal again, and I will actually reveal to you later how to use that portal and what it's actually for. So let's get the prawn suit out of here. We need to go and start activating those 4 portals that we have in the facility. The 4 portals in the 4 corners of the main room here. So let's go to the first one. I'm going to just go off to the left. It doesn't matter which order you do this in, but there is a method to the devs' madness here. We need to find the 5 items, which are ghostweed, eye stalk, bulb bush, fungal sample, and sea crown. These 5 items are the ingredients for making the hatching enzyme. So, what the devs kind of did to help the player out is they provided 4 portals to allow you to collect 4 of these major things. And on the screen right now, I have some of the data we've collected, so go ahead and pause that and read through it. So let's just get started. We are going through the first portal right now, and it's kind of interesting because these portals, we have actually seen, I think, maybe one of them or two of them in the process of our travels in this game playthrough. But without further ado, here we are. We are all of a sudden at 611 meters. And this was a very long pathway, so I sped it up. This is the only one that I need to speed up because for some odd reason, the other 3 portals are actually closer to the entrance. But guess where we are? We're in the Lost River! Now, this is one of the areas that I don't particularly like to travel, especially because of its guardian. See, this is about where we are. And this is closest to the... Yep, its guardian has found me. Let's see if we can... Oh, no. Fire. No, fire. Get out of here. Go. Oh, here we go. Yes, this is why I don't like coming to this area. This is the area that you can find when you enter from the Blood Kelp Forest area. And, yeah, just had to take a breather there for a second. We need to collect this. So the ghost weed is what we will find in this area. The ghost weed is only found in the Lost River, and this portal brought us to an area that's within a couple hundred yards or meters of the ghost weed. Right there. Kind of in the poison stuff. Let's see if we can do it without hurting ourselves. Yep. Okay, we got one. And let's go. We now have the first of our 5 ingredients. So let's proceed back to our portal and go back to the primary containment facility. It's amazing how much distance you cover in this particular set of 4 portals, because you go from 600... we're basically from the surface down to 1,400 meters, to the surface, 1,400 meters, and we do it 4 times. So, where does the next portal go? I think this is also why the devs provided the ion cube regenerator, because it would kind of suck if you didn't have these ion cubes with you. But at least if you make sure you bring the prawn suit, you have a way... Oh, look at that. We have one of the robots. What was that? Oh, just another plane. Okay. Here we go. Now, this one, if you can tell, we're at 285. This is the average depth of the other 3 portals. So, let's just go to the portal, and I will tell you what our next one is. I'm kind of holding off for the sake of that suspense. And I think we only get attacked one more time throughout this entire run. Let's see here. Where are we? We are at the... This is actually the eye stalk that we're about to get. Right here. Okay. The eye stalk is found in Craigfield. Craigfield is within proximity of the floating island. Kind of, sort of southeasterly. You can see on the map right there. So, yeah, it should be like up there somewhere. Let's get back to the facility and go for portal number 3. I had to check just to make sure that we only needed 1 of each. And we do. All 5 ingredients. You only need... Oh, I just kind of hurt myself. You only need 1 of each of the 5 ingredients. So, we only have bulb bush and fungal sample left. So let's go get that. And nope. Prawn suit stuck again. Why is it getting stuck here? This facility is like, well, I don't know. There's a lot of bugs all over the place, but let's get the prawn suit out of here. Come on. Okay. We'll just leave the prawn suit here, because it seems like we don't get stuck if we're on foot, you know. Okay, here we go. Portal number 3. And I made sure that I had enough ion cubes before I came here, because I knew we had the 2 ion cubes down in the aquarium, and we have 4 that are up here. We also mined 1 set of an extra 3, just in case, you know, cover our bases. So we're at 300 meters. And as we get to the entrance, here we are. This one is kind of cool because we're in the bulb zone. This is on the far eastern side of the map, just north of the Aurora. So it'll show up on the map right here. Yep. And, oh, yeah, well, let's see here. I just barely saw him. Hey, is that an egg? Is that worth it? Oh my gosh. Let's not. Let's just get out of here. Okay. As a reminder, I don't kind of do the fish tank thing. I was not entirely interested in doing it for this playthrough, but the fish tank thing is pretty fun. If you want to go for fish hatching, there are about 16-ish fish that you can hatch. None of them really end up being like any of the major leviathans. I do think I could have sworn there was one for those reefbacks, but I don't think you get any of the leviathans as eggs in Subnautica. There are a variety of more eggs in Subnautica Below Zero, but, you know, hey, we're back at 200 meters again. This was, funny enough, the first of these caves that I actually found when I was playing in my original playthrough. I remember it very vividly because I was like, what the heck is this place doing here? And I spent a lot of time trying to figure it out. As you can see on the map right now, we are in about this location, and we just needed a fungal sample. So you go up to one of the discs of these mushroom trees, and hey, look at that! A Cyclops fragment. That's cool. You go up to one of the trees and just slash at the round discs, which are like fungal plates, and you get a fungal sample. That's what we needed. So let's go back. We only need one more. We're at the point where we need to go back to the Sea Empress. Or Sea Emperor. I don't know what we should call it. It sounds like she's a she, but I don't know. They call it a Sea Emperor Leviathan. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe gender doesn't matter. Here we go. Now, one thing that I have found rather consistently with this area is I really don't know where this sea crown is most of the time. I have found a commonality. If you go to this cave right here, you'll find the sea crown almost invariably right by the not that cave, over here, this cave. By this cable, you'll see the sea crown right there with the yellow top. I think it's found in a few other places in this room, but it seems like that this location right here is the most common location where you'll find sea crown. Apparently, sea crown is only found in this aquarium, so keep that in mind as well. And there's some sites of interest here. We've got these vents, which, oddly enough, are supposed to look like the vents that are on the surface. And those are probably the same vents. I mean, we saw those giant tubes last time. And I was looking at it. We have a reminder that, like, just how big the Sea Emperor is. But there's also this far end of the room. And it took me a while to even think to look over here. But there's some very interesting things going on here. Now, there is a couple more vents. And I think this is where all the peepers get in. These are peepers that are getting sucked down from the surface and brought down to here. And funny enough, if you just barely glance at, I didn't even notice it when I was recording it, there's like a line of 6 of them right there. It's funny. But they have this little area here. There's one ion cube. We'll leave this one here just kind of as a trophy. But we have this room. And it's like, what the heck is this room for? There's another portal. Bet you can't guess where this one goes. If its size didn't give it away, well, yeah. It actually only takes us about 20 meters above us, and is, oddly enough, I think that the whole reason for this portal is just to be an escape for the sea prawn. Or the prawn suit, my bad. That being said, that's probably why Riley gets hurt when he jumps off of the ledge and jumps down, you know. So, let's go make the enzyme. Here we go. Figured it was not important to go over this area again. And I just was, while I was recording this, while I was editing this, I realized, you know what? I didn't need to park the Nautilus all the way over here. Yes, I probably kept everything really safe by bringing it over here, but it didn't really need to be parked over here. I think that we read something last episode about sonic deterrents or something like that. Those big cubes that I think they're supposed to actually keep the sea dragon from approaching this area and attacking. But I don't know. I chose not to do it that way. Be cautious if you do decide to bring your Nautilus or your Cyclops to the door of the facility and it gets destroyed. It's not my fault. I promise you, it's really not my fault. It's so cool to be close to those things and have them attack you. It's fun. Okay, this is great. We are now at the penultimate point. This is so cool. And what happens? We hatch the eggs. I'll back up just a little bit so we can see them. And here they are. Look at them. And to the animators of these adorable creatures, they made something that could have been very ugly look absolutely adorable. These juvenile sea emperors are awesome. And look, Big Mama just kind of sat down and she's enjoying the view. She's like, yeah. Now what's kind of interesting, as you can tell, I'm trying to see if I can scan the Sea Emperor. She is not scannable. You also cannot hold her in place with the stasis rifle, and you cannot attack her. I don't entirely know why, but why would you want to attack her for one? And the devs just chose to make her an entity that was just not collectible. Now, I took off my gloves to remind us, hey, just like 3 or 4 episodes ago, our hands are, we are infected with the Kara virus, and...
My young are swimming for the shallows. I thank you. Their freedom is my end. What will it be like, I wonder, to go to sleep and never wake up? Perhaps next we meet, I will be an ocean current, carrying seas to a new land. Or a creature so small, it sees the gaps between the grains of sand. Farewell, friend.
Something about hatching the eggs finally let her decide she's done. Now, these things suddenly started appearing. And Riley touches it. If we know one thing, Riley should just not touch things. I should have done a self-scan before I did this, but check it out. He can't get it off. Uh-oh. Now watch what happens. Check it out. The coronavirus has been cured. This means we might be able to shut down that weapon. Now, all the juveniles flew out this portal. Check it out. Here we are. We're already at, it already tells us our depth. We're at 168 meters. And I'm really glad that it was daytime when I came out. Oh, what happened to my arm? Look at this. You can see them floating around. They're just kind of swimming. They're exploring the world. And they are letting out the antidote. They're about to go cure this entire area. And here we are. This is the base of the gun. There's a warper. Check it out. Look at this. Look at this. I can get close. He's like, nope, I don't want to talk to you now. So now that we are cured, the warpers don't see us as something to collect or destroy. And just to remind, like, show off where we are, this is that moon pool with underneath the gun that we have seen before. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I'll just grab a little bit more air. And we will go back. Now, these guys slowly branch out, and after about 20 minutes, it's really hard to find these guys. I don't even know where they go, but you do find these enzymes all over the place. Yeah, slowly branching out. I'm sure that they spread throughout the entire map. The idea being that as fish interact with them, those fish are no longer, they will be cured as well, and we will stop seeing diseased fish all over the place, right? So it's kind of cool. I'm guessing it will probably take quite a while for those to get down to these depths, especially since Some of these things really have to do, like that for 1,500 meters? Come on. It's still breathing, but it's passing away. Like, can you imagine how old this entity is? Oh, jeez. I mean, granted, it's a computer game, but if it were an actual entity, I'm pretty sure it'd be centuries old. I wasn't sure if this was something else that we should scan, but I was just kind of checking around for more stuff to scan. And let's go to that portal again. Make it easy to get out of here. You can actually kind of sort of swim out of here, but this probably is the fastest way. Yeah. We'll just take the speedy road and zip through this. Ouch. Again, jumping down from that platform is not for humans, apparently. It's got to be for the prawn suit. But I'm not taking the prawn suit down to test it. Just in case, let's grab a few more ion cubes. We could probably make more batteries with it. And actually, I think there is a need for a few more ion batteries, because there might, as we start to prepare the escape rocket, yeah, it might be necessary. So, let's see here. Just unload the inventory here and take a look at the stuff that we have. We have these points of interest. We have the juvenile SEA Emperor. And guys, we've done it. We actually have accomplished all the goals for today. And it was a good story for us to see, because we kind of figured out what was going on. The SEA Emperor didn't let go of the Enzyme 42 however long ago because they were trying to force it out of her. If they had tried to take a more passive approach, the architects probably would have survived. But, wow. Oh, hey, look at this. If I step right here, the red just disappears. Huh. That's confusing. Boy, the bugs today have been weird. Prawn suit getting stuck, and lights can turn off just by standing on spots. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Have a wonderful week. Thank you for joining me. I hope you liked it. Bye-bye.